guys, hope you're all doing well. Bliss Lily here with another pick a card reading. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at how do others see you? What do others like about you? What do others dislike about you? Yeah, so of course, keep in mind that this is a general reading. Only take what's going to resonate with your beautiful selves. Leave the rest out on the table. All right, so we're going to have three options for today's reading. This is option number one with this deck and this key over here. This is going to be option number two with this deck and this key over here. And this is going to be option number three with this deck and this key over here. So see which deck, which key, which option you're most drawn to. Don't overthink it. If you do need a bit more time to make your decision, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number one. Option number one, hi and welcome to your reading. If you were drawn to this key and to this deck, let's go ahead and find out how do others see you. So let's go ahead and take a look at what others like about you, okay? So which parts of you do others find irresistible? Oof, oof. Option number one, starting off so strong, the Lovers. Okay, guys, you tend to be connected. At least that's how other people see you. You guys are connected to yourselves, and you guys might be actually quite well connected with other people, okay? Even if you see yourself as a bit of a hermit, even if you see yourself as a bit of, you know, a loner, other people actually like the fact that you have this connection to yourself and they can trust you. There's this energy where people feel like they could trust you with their secrets. People feel they could get a lot of advice from you. Some of you guys could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You don't have to be, but there's this strong energy of, you know, you being somebody who can help people make decisions based on your heart. There's this energy of somebody who's very supportive. For some of you guys, people will take advantage of that. So this is just something to keep in mind, that people will take advantage of your kind heart. But you like come off as definitely somebody who's very open and honest. And even if you like, you know, if you're being harsh, at least you're being honest. Like if you're giving the cold hard truth, even if you do, you still find a way to give it in a way that doesn't hurt people. So this is what people really like about you. So apart from that, there's definitely this energy where you guys are very sexy, okay? And you guys, when it comes to, if we're talking about somebody you are very close and intimate with, you're very good in bed. There's this energy of connection, energy of sexuality. And again, it doesn't mean that this is what you guys are feeling, but you know, if this is what you, maybe you're trying to hide something or whatever, like, you know, people will never know. People will never know that you might be feeling like lost or insecure or whatever, because there's this energy where they see you completely different. This is what I keep saying, like sometimes we have this idea of who we are, but in reality we're looking so completely different, okay? So you know, this is something to remember, like especially if you guys are like needing help but not asking people for help. You know, like a lot of people will never think that you need help or you need advice or you need guidance or you need love or whatever, because you seem to already be quite complete. You seem to already be quite whole, okay? And yeah, a lot of people like your body. Even if you don't, people find it really sexy. Like for some of you, it's, you know, I don't know, for women, it's their breasts, it's their tummy, it's their bum, their legs, their face, you know. For men, it's their backs, their hands, their like legs, okay? But it's this energy where people like your body. So some of you guys might have a lot of suppressed sexuality and a lot of like self-esteem issues, but people really see you as somebody who's very attractive. Oh my god, guys, you got like such a big card, like the Lovers. You guys, I mean, I think I could sit here and talk for a very long time, but let's see what else they like about you. You could have been like, you're very discerning. Again, this is very much about choices. You are not going to go with something that you don't like, but at the same time, you might have felt like in the past you missed a lot of chances. So people like the fact that you are able to call yourself out on your own BS. People like the fact that you're somebody who's able to see chances when they come along. Yeah. Oh my god, Magician. Guys, some of you might have like literally some of you guys could be tarot readers, Reiki healers. Some of you guys might be dealing with Wiccan magic, okay? Or like dealing with manifestation. Some of you guys might have been born on the 8th, okay? Strong Leo energy coming through, Gemini energy coming through, Sun, Moon, rising. It don't matter. What matters is what people see you as somebody who is very empowered, somebody who has a lot of abilities, whether they're psychic abilities, whether they see you the master, like as a master of your craft, whatever it is, okay? Whether it's business, music, they see like you as somebody who's very talented. There's also this strong energy where people see you as, again, this energy of psychic is coming through, where you're able to, like, you're like a conduit for the spirit messages, whatever it is that you do. It's almost like they're saying you have the gift from above. People like the fact that you're able to communicate, again, the strong communication energy, option number 1. So you guys are able to communicate with people from different walks of life, and people really like the fact that even though sometimes you might have a resting bitch face, they still like when they get to know you, they still see that no, you're not like that. You're actually quite open. You're actually somebody who's able to help people, okay? Somebody who's able to give some really good advice. There's a strong willpower, so I don't know what it is. Some of you guys might be really good at sticking to like a routine or a diet, or really good at, like following your path. But they're saying, like, they're literally saying, like, they're so strong, they have a lot of willpower, and they have a lot of talents. So if you guys are like wondering and doubting yourself, like, don't, because people see you as somebody who's like able to do so many things. Oh my god. Okay, so I love this card. A lot of people see you as somebody who gives them peace and, again, reassurance, and a lot of people think that you have your shit together, even if you don't. Like, you are seen as somebody who, even when you stress out, you do it elegantly. Even when you like lose your things, you do it in a way where people are like still admiring you. Even like however you deal with any issues, like, people really like it. That's why people come to you for advice. And people see you as somebody who's chill. Like, I know some of you be like, no, that's definitely not me, because like when I freak out. But people still see you as chill overall. Like, it doesn't mean like, we can always be like in Zen. We can't always be peaceful. But overall, you're seen as somebody who's present. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when people like choosing people to join their teams or whatever, like they choose you because they know that they can count on you, and people absolutely love that about you. Because you guys are so compassionate. You're like this international person. You guys might know like a few languages, or you guys find it very comfortable talking to people, like I said, from all walks of life, from all sorts of social classes, from all sorts of countries, backgrounds, ethnicities. Like, you guys are like the citizen of the earth, and you're very, very compassionate. You have a big heart, and people absolutely love that about you, because it's like you always find the right words to say. You always have the right words to say. Okay. And there's something, again, about owning your look, owning your style, owning your look, you're owning your style, owning your own, like, I don't know, like I'm saying, for some of you, like, they're literally saying like heritage. And the thing is, like, I'm getting so many like different looks, and I'm getting so many different hairstyles and so many different personalities. But whatever it is, they're saying it's like you choose with your heart, like the jewelry you choose to wear, the voice, the tone of voice, the words, the clothes, the life that you choose to live. It's like your own, and like you own it, and people absolutely freaking love that about you guys. All right, that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at what people dislike about you. Yeah, let's see what triggers people within you. Like, it doesn't mean that you guys have to change it, yeah, because obviously. Okay, so it could be that some people think that you guys tend to avoid confrontations, okay? It seems like some people might think like you're like just a goody two-shoes because you guys don't like aggression. You guys don't like confrontation. You don't want to like go out there and be mean to people, or like you don't want to project your like anger at people. So sometimes, like, you know, those people who want drama in their life or whatever, it pisses them off that they can't get to you. Okay, but again, this is like nothing to do with you really. This is more their thing. This is more like where, you know, people might want to trigger you, people might want to like manipulate you with emotions, and you don't give them that chance. So a lot of people like dislike it, and some people might like be saying like, oh, she's a pushover, but you know, this is completely not true. Others might think that it's hard for you to move on. It could be that, you know, you guys, maybe you tend to focus on something for a very long time, or you tend to remember something for a very long time. You know, like, I think it's, who is it, elephants that remember like things their whole life. So some people might tell you like you're like an elephant, you keep remembering things. So it could be that, yeah, for some of you, it's like something you keep going over and over and over again, like good thing that happened to you, bad thing that happened to you. Okay, so then also for some of you guys, it's this energy where you could be wanting to really move somewhere, okay, but you're stuck. So there, it's like this vibe where people are saying like, okay, well, just do it already. And it could be that you tend to overthink sometimes, okay. Okay, so for some of you, you guys might have some unresolved issues with your father, with a father figure, okay, and it really affects your personal relationship. So I think this card in particular, this energy, it could be the fact that you subconsciously or unconsciously, you tend to compare men to your father, okay, or like for men watching, it's obviously vice versa, comparing women to their mother, okay, but it's this energy where you could sometimes be like unconsciously comparing them and saying that they're not good enough, or you know, whatever. It's like this particular energy is with regards to your relationships mostly, okay. So it could be like the people you consider to be potential romantic partners. This could be what they dislike about you, and again, it could be like something that you, because there's a lot of reversed energy, so it could be like a lot of things that you can't get closure on, you can't put a stop to, okay. Now for some of you guys, this could also be an indication of sometimes being too over emotional, too over like indulging, maybe too much, like sometimes, you know, not knowing any limit. It could be for some of you like involving a drink. It could be for some of you once you go on a rant, okay, once you do get into this energy of the tower, yeah, once you go on a rant, it's hard for you to stop, and then one thing triggers another and another and another. So like sometimes it's very hard for you to be like constructive. When it comes to arguments, you tend to sometimes just go like based on your emotions. Okay, so another thing over here is like some people might dislike the fact that you but you know what, this is a funny one, but again, this has like nothing to do with you, it's more with people, but some people dislike that you like told them no. I think it has like obviously, you know, it's a general reading, but I do feel like a lot of you guys are very good looking, yeah, and it's like people might have like approached you, you know, when people approach you like, oh, you're really good, you're really this, you're really that, and you tell them no, and then they just like open their mouth and they start being so nasty to you, you know. So some people, like, they might be talking some like crap about you that's not even true, but because you hurt their ego, because you said no to them, okay, and like this is something that people dislike, but of course it's like nothing that you have to change. Like if it's a no, it's a no, but it's one of the reasons is like people are envious and people are hurt by the fact that you told them no, that you rejected them. And with the strength coming through in reverse over here, sometimes you guys tend to be very optimistic with other people, but you tend to be pessimistic with yourselves. Okay, this could be a wounded healer archetype where you guys are trying to heal everybody but yourself and help everybody. Yeah, like everybody but yourself. Let's see what else people might dislike about you. I think a lot of people, again, there's this energy of envy. And some people might be thinking that, you know, like you have to be, I don't know what it is. You have a natural leadership qualities, okay? And when there's this energy, when you repress them, it doesn't stop. You still like have those leadership qualities, but you don't see them and other people do. And it could be that sometimes in friendships or in like communities, you are seen as the leader and it just really triggers people. Like that you don't see it, that you don't accept it, that you don't want to like be the leader. Yeah, see, again, we have the courage. It's interesting how this two courage energy comes through. Again, they're showing P. It's like sometimes like people, again, there's something about being triggered here, option number one. There's a lot of energy of being triggered. It's almost like people want you to like be like, okay, just be your real self, just be courageous, just like roar, just go for it. So it could be that people dislike the fact that you're holding yourself back, even though they clearly can see that you are, yeah, very talented. But there's a lot of jealousy for you, option number one, a lot of envy. Yeah, willpower coming through in reverse, willpower coming through in reverse. It could be that people who can see your potential, who can see your energies, who can see your true self, it could be that you're holding yourself back. And people might dislike you for that because they'll be like, if I had your opportunities, or if I had like your body, or if I had this, if I had that. But again, it's their issue. It's not yours. Okay, so maybe for some of you guys, you've been wondering why somebody's being like horrible to you, or somebody's being snarky or whatever. You need to understand that it has nothing to do with you. It has more to do with them, more than anything. All right, option number one. This is where I leave you with a lot to think about. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it resonated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. And if you guys are up for a personal read, do send me an email. The email's in the description box below. So it's linked to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, option number one. Take care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number two. Hi, and welcome to your reading. If you were drawn to this deck and this key, let's go ahead and find out. What do people like about you? How do people see you? What do people like about you? What do people love about you? could be very different to to what you're imagining. Let's find out. Okay, so coming through with a beautiful energy of the moon. Option number 2, you are seen as somebody who is very mysterious. You are seen with somebody somebody who has a lot of layers. Okay, there's a lot of feminine energy over here, so you are seen as feminine, you are seen as beautiful, you are seen as somebody who has a lot of knowledge. At the same time, you're seen as somebody who has a lot of secrets. There's this energy of you being unattainable. There's this energy, a lot of you, again, guys, option number 2, you guys could have a lot to do with psychology, psychiatry, music, being artistic, being a tarot reader, being a Reiki healer, being an energy healer, aura reader, all of those things that have to do with intuition, that have to do with emotions, that have to do with secrets, getting access to secret knowledge, yeah. Interesting is that you have a special connection to animals as well. You guys could be an animal lover, or you guys might have a very strong energy, like spiritual guide companion. If people really love that about you, you're very intriguing, both to males and females. And people, there's also like you're very sexual. You're seen as very sexual and very flowy. The way that you move, you might not know it. That's the thing. Like if it's in you, it's in you. You might not think that you're sexy at all. You might not think that you're like this or that. But people see you. There's something about your eyes as well. They're showing me eyes. You have beautiful eyes, and it's like the eyes are the windows to the soul. Okay, and people absolutely are mesmerized by you. You guys, there's this energy of, like, again, it doesn't matter what your idea of beauty is, but people see you as somebody who is not ordinary, somebody extraordinary, somebody unique, somebody who stands out. But again, at the same time, people might be like, she or he has a lot of secrets, or you know, there's depth to you, but people are interested. People want to know you. People want to sometimes maybe provoke you, sometimes maybe, and you handle it beautifully here with the moon. You have a lot of experience. You guys, with option number 2, I feel like you guys are an old soul, somebody who lived, like incarnated over and over again, and there is a lot of wisdom to you, but there's something about you, like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know if you guys have a lot of black and white photos, or like you have a lot of photos on social media, but people really love looking at you. They're like, you're like an enigma. I don't know what it is. Okay, they're coming through and they're saying, right. So you guys, you might really love your food, and people love that about you. Okay, I don't know who it is, but there's something about, like, people love the way that you eat. So it could be that some of you guys are like vegetarians, vegans. Some of you guys, I don't know what it is. Like you might have like a special diet, or you guys are interested in food, or you guys like have a special relationship with food. But people love that about you. I don't know what it is. Because, like, you go deep. And there's definitely this energy of you not being superficial. Like, you having a lot of depth to you. And people love that about you. People see you as somebody who's, I don't know, connected. Connected to the divine, connected to a craft, connected to something that they want to explore. You guys are very wise. They also love your strength. I feel like you, option number 2, you've gone through a lot of things in your life. You had to experience a lot of emotions, and that's why it gave you this depth. That's why I gave you what gave you this like special look that you might have. Okay, you guys might have gone through you know, losing a lot of money, through like working shitty jobs, through dealing with people who were just plain nasty. Okay, and you guys managed to overcome it, and people absolutely love it. People just like look up to you, and people ask you guys for advice, because we're giving I'm giving the energy of the Hermit over here. Okay, but the Hermit being upright, which means that a lot of you guys had to be independent. You guys were paving your own path, and people are intrigued by you. People are intrigued by the fact that you have done it differently. You have gone on your own path. You have experienced your own thing. You like let go of a lot of things. With the Two of Pentacles being in reverse over here, you guys made a lot of mistakes, but you learned from them, and people really like it. They also see you as somebody, I don't know, there's this energy that's mesmerizing, that's hypnotic. I don't know if you do lots of meditation, a lot of hypnotherapy, like if you do astral traveling, but it's like you, this energy of just flowing through life. You know what I mean? It's like this effortless. And again, strong connection to like your psyche, strong connection to like, I don't know, 5D energies. This is what they're giving me. Okay. If you guys are males watching this, there's this strong energy that you are also very enigmatic to, you know, the opposite sex or the same sex. But, you know, like they're showing me males in this option are very handsome at any age. At any age. Like there's something about you, like the inner energy that drives people in, like insane. And very erotic, this pile. It's not necessarily something that you show openly, but there's a lot of like erotic energy. So people love that about you. People like who, and it's interesting is that what's interesting is you guys are aware of the energy exchange between partners. Yeah. Whether it's sun, moon, but you know what I mean, sun and moon, you know this energy exchange. So when people like they're intimate with you, they feel that they're being replenished, and they feel like this energy exchange is taking place. Oh my gosh, guys, you are just like, wow. The Temperance. You guys could be from a mixed background. You guys could be mixed race. You guys could be somebody who lived in different cities, in different countries. But again, there's something about you that's very soothing, about your presence. And look at this again, flowy, beautiful energy. So I think you guys are very stylish, option number 2. And people absolutely love that about you. Again, maybe they're liking the way that you dress, the way that you style your hair, the way that you look, the way that you bring yourself to the world. People really like this. Some people call you queen or king. There's people, like I'm seeing people hyping you up. And again, there's something about health, guys. Something about you taking care of your health. Something about you taking care of your mental health or your physical health. Some of you guys might be really good cooks, really talented at cooking, and people are just like, oh my God, you're so good at it. You're so amazing. Okay. And, you might have a soothing voice, or you guys might be somebody who works with medicine. Yeah, it could be natural medicine, it could be like the pharma industry, it could be working with people, it could be studying to become a doctor. But there's this energy where it's like your calling, like something about being able to help people. Guys, you're just bringing the major arcanas. I mean, like 4 out of 5 cards are major arcanas. A lot of you, again, like I keep saying, like it's like you keep reincarnating and you keep bringing different vibes to your like different existences. Does that make sense? Doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm sure you understood what I'm saying. But here with the Chariot, it's this energy of a traveler. People love the fact that you are determined. People love the fact that you are going forwards no matter what. Okay, for some of you guys, literally something as little as the fact how you hold the steering wheel. People like that about you. I don't know, maybe you guys are very confident drivers, or maybe you guys like fast cars, or maybe you guys like speed, and people really like this adventurous side to you as well. Yeah. And like I was saying, to option number 1, there's a lot of like personalities, a lot of looks, a lot of, you know, physical appearances. But there's something about you that's just so damn magnetic, guys. And you're very charismatic, very charismatic. You guys are also very much like option number 1. There's this energy where you help push people forwards, propel them forwards. You guys might be working in or have something to do with transportation. And for a select few of you guys, there's this message coming through where some people feel safer traveling with you. Or, you know, you're able to calm people down when they're like afraid of flying or afraid of going, like even like social anxiety. You guys are able to calm people. There's this wisdom to you, very wise. An inspiration. You guys act as an inspiration to somebody. And you have this wisdom where you give people answers and they're literally like feeling so much better. Like you help people like get out of certain energies. And again, it could be because you guys do tarot, because you guys do channeling, because you guys, you know, see things from a different perspective, because you have a lot of knowledge that are coming from this life, from different lives. It's like you guys are able to see things that other people don't see. And people absolutely adore that about you. There's something about setting people free. Okay. Now let's go ahead and find out what people dislike about you. What do people dislike about you? Option number 2. Okay, so what's interesting is sometimes it's hard for you to let something go. Yeah. And sometimes you withdraw. So it could be that you guys could be somebody who's an empath and more of an introvert, and it takes you so much energy to be around people. But the thing is, like, people really love your energy. So it could be that sometimes they catch you on a good day and then you have your bad day and they're like, what happened? Like, what happened? Why is she or he not calling me back? Like, sometimes you tend to leave people hanging, you know, whether it's like leaving people on red or, you know, like blowing them off. But the thing is, like, you don't want to hurt people. So, and you also don't want people to know a lot about like what's going on in your life. You tend to be sometimes a little bit secretive. Like, people, like, they're like, what the hell? Like, one day she acts this way, the other day she acts that way, but they don't see the reason. They don't see the depth. And the thing is, like, you guys, option number 2, you're that charming that people forgive you. Like, they literally forgive you. But it is something that they dislike, where, you know, you might have made plans, you know, like, there's this, like, meme or whatever, yeah, like, you know, making plans knowing full damn well that you're like just going to be laying in bed eating popcorn and watching Netflix. It's that sort of energy. But it's not because you guys are being disrespectful, it's because you just have a limited amount of energy, and sometimes you can't be bothered with people. Some people take it personally, but it's their thing. Okay. 7 of Wands in reverse. So another thing that some people might find like that they dislike about you is the fact that sometimes you tend to, like, in their eyes, you might give up too easily. You might give up too easily. And they might feel like there's not enough support. I don't know, guys. You, option number 2, you're dealing with selfish people, like a lot of selfish people. They want to take your energy, but they don't have a lot of to give. And there's some sort of like entitlement coming through over here, where people feel like they're entitled to your time, to your what you call it, expertise, to your whatnot. Like, again, that's why I keep saying that maybe like you guys work a lot with people, because I tend to get quite a few people who feel like they're entitled, that I should do readings for free, that I should give them guidance and advice just because they ask me, and just because like this is something that I do. So it's this energy like where people are feeling like, you know, that you're not giving them enough, even though they're giving you like jack. Okay, some people, I like it, because you guys, option number 1, you can be really, you know, you can be cold sometimes. People might see you as cold. But this is, again, because they want your emotions, because your emotions, your energy are very tasty, if that makes sense, especially for energy vampires. So you guys have managed to learn how to turn your emotions off when you need to. Yeah, not to feed the energetic pests. And some people might see you as cold. But the thing is, you're acting out from your best interests, okay? And with the judgment over here, they're saying sometimes you can be judgmental. But the thing is, like, you are literally saying what you want to say. You're literally being fair to yourself. So some people might dislike the fact that you have your opinion and you're not always siding with them. Again, this has a lot to do with entitlement. So you guys might have a lot of selfish and entitled people where they're like, okay, you have to agree with me. And you're like, well, no, if like, this is the truth and I know the truth, like this is what my opinion is. And people are like, well, no, you're my friend, you have to side with me. So it's this vibe where, you know, like you guys are doing you and people dislike you for that. Because a lot of people, they want to, like, for their own ego, they want you to have their back all of the time. Okay, so some of you guys are, you want to be child-free. That might trigger some people. I'm not going to go into much into that. I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. Everybody lives their life how they want to. But some people might be like, okay. Others might think that you're a homewrecker. Okay, so if you guys ever had like a relationship with somebody who was married, some people might see you as a homewrecker over here. Even if it's not true. And so what's interesting is some people might dislike you because, again, you withdraw when like things start to get heated. Like, you don't entertain people's BS with the 6 of Swords. It's like you withdraw and people don't like it. I don't know, guys. It's not like to say that you do no wrong, but again, like what I'm picking up is like people are just having an issue with you for you being you, for you having boundaries. Okay? Because, but the thing is, like, you tend to attract a lot of people who are wounded, a lot of people who are like, who need help, but they don't at the same time. Does that make sense? Like, they're asking for help, but they're not taking it. Like, they just want like for somebody to listen to them and to like pay attention to them. But they're not actually going to, like, they don't actually want to get out of their energy. And like, you stopped entertaining that crap. You went like, okay, you know, I'm not interested. So if people are like saying, oh, she thinks she's too important, she thinks she's this, she thinks she's that. And this is like where you're like, whatever. It's interesting, the same cards keep appearing over and over again. Like some people don't like your answers. Some people don't like your way of thinking, way of living. I think for a lot of you guys, this could be somebody you know who maybe comes from a religious background or something like this, because you guys tend to challenge a lot of things that are considered normal, a lot of things that are considered traditional, because you guys are breaking free, and a lot of people don't like that. Well, it's their issue, isn't it? Because you're just doing you. But the thing is, a lot of people, like you guys are going to be attracting also a lot of good people as well here. People on the same vibe. If you don't do it now, like it's going to be happening later. And people could be also very jealous of your talents. Very jealous of your talents. In whatever area. All right, option number 2, I'm going to end your reading here. Hopefully it gave you some clarity and it resonated with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. For personal readings, don't forget that all you have to do is send me an email. My email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 3, and welcome to your reading. If you were drawn to this deck and to this key, we are about to find out, how do people see you, okay? What is it that they love about you? What is it that they dislike about you? Let's go ahead and ask Tarot. What is it that people love about you? How do people see you? Nice, nice. Okay, first and foremost, guys, option number 3, you're bringing sexy back, yeah? You are like a force of nature. Whether you see it, whether you realize it or not, there are so many sides to you. There is so much beautiful energy to you. There's this energy of being whole, being complete, okay? People see you as somebody who, you know, when you walk into a room and you're instantly noticed, like your demeanor, your energy, your look, people are seeing you, okay? People absolutely love the fact that you're very well versed in a lot of things. Like, it's very interesting for people to have a conversation with you. You know what to say. You have your own special style of talking. You know, the tone of voice. A lot of you guys might have a beautiful, beautiful voice that people are just like, oh my God, just keep talking, okay? Just keep saying. It doesn't matter. You can just like read the back of the cereal, the ingredients, but just keep talking. There's something about the magic of the voice over here. People are absolutely in love with the fact that sometimes you can be stubborn AF, okay? But it's not like, it could be triggering some people. I mean, we're going to be taking a look at the other part of your reading, but people love the fact that you have this stubbornness. And the thing is, but you're not being aggressive, but you just keep like pushing and you keep doing and you keep finding a way out, okay? Like, you know what it is that you want. And once you know what it is that you want, you're going to go for it, okay? Some people see you as an angel, literally. There's this energy where people see you as an angel, but the guys, honestly, you have so many different personas. And it's not to say that you're two-faced or anything like that, absolutely not. But it's the fact that you are so multifaceted that with one person, you can be one person. With the other person, you're acting as another person. And again, it's not to say that you are fake or anything like that. It's to say that you have, like, you're so aware of yourself. You're so aware of the different energies that are within you, and you're very flexible. Yeah, flexible in the mind, flexible in the body. If you guys are like thinking like, oh my God, bless Julia, are you kidding me? I can barely like bend over to pick up something. You guys are very flexible in mind, and you guys have the possibility of being very flexible in your body, okay? And you guys are like literally attracting people. People see you as somebody as confident. You guys might have red hair. It doesn't like, Obviously it's a general reading, yeah, but you guys might have red hair, or you know, like a fiery personality, a feisty personality. Some of you guys, your favorite color might be orange or white or yellow. Okay, there's something about the way that you dress, something about the way that you present yourself. Okay, you guys have a very beautiful taste when it comes to jewelry. I don't know, there's something about design. People love the way that you accessorize. People love the way that maybe you like have your makeup done, okay, your hair done. There's something about being seen. A lot of people want to be like you. I don't know if you guys are like present on YouTube, or I don't know if you guys deal with a lot of people, but there's this energy of admiration from quite a few people. But like literally admiration. And there's something about you making life better with your presence. You know, your name could have an M in it. Life path number 2, 1, and 4. People love the fact how you overcame a lot of fears. I don't know what it is. You guys might be very daring, okay? You might be a bit of a daredevil, and it doesn't have to come out again aggressively. It could be like a quiet revolution that you're going through, an internal revolution. But you guys like overcome your fears, where a lot of people are going to stop and be like, okay, you know what? I'm scared of this, or I'm scared to relocate, or I'm scared to try like putting myself out on YouTube, or I'm scared to try to go for an audition, or I'm scared to try and change my career completely, you know, when I'm 30, 40, 50, whatever. You guys, you face your fears. You literally face your fears, and you go deep within yourself to find out those blocks. Like you guys are digging. You guys are finding out. Like you guys know your worth, and you guys are finding it out. Like you guys, yeah. Okay, so some of you guys are very feisty. There's this energy of somebody who's very feisty. You guys are very smart. People, like you are fast learners, and people absolutely love that about you, especially people that you work with. Like you guys are good when it comes to collaborating with people. You guys are good when it comes to, like, I don't know, there's something about you being the responsible one. So if you guys are traveling with somebody, you're the one like, okay guys, have we got our passports, our tickets, you know, have you packed this, have you packed that? So some of you guys, you have this mom vibe or like a dad vibe, but like people love that about you. People love the fact that, you know, you have their back. Sometimes you guys tend to be overcritical of yourself, and you guys tend to also, you know what I mean? Like you don't pretend to be more that you are, and people really like that about you. People find that attractive about you, the certain humble side to you. Multitaskers. I don't know what it is, guys, but it's like, what is the goddess called? The Indian goddess. It has a lot of arms. Sometimes people see like you as this goddess, because you are able to balance things. You're able to multitask. You guys are able, I don't know what it is, option number 3. I think you guys get a lot of praise at work, or you will be getting a lot of praise at work. But it's like most of the time you don't tend to notice it, this praise. And be careful that people, again, don't take advantage of that. But you guys are able to multitask. You guys are able to budget as well. Yeah, I don't know if you guys may be working with, like at a bank, or you're working with money. Like you guys are able, I don't know, like you have those, you know, insights when it comes to, you know, where to get the best deal, or where you can get this, or where you can find that. Like you're very practical. Yeah, you seriously, it's this vibe where you guys are very talented, but it's like you don't see it. You don't always notice it. And even though you're confident, then people see you, like sometimes you let your insecurity show, and people really like that because it makes them feel like they're not dealing with somebody who's perfect, but somebody who's human. They love the fact that you show people that you are human, that you admit your mistakes, that you admit being scared, or that you admit being in a shitty mood, that you admit being like afraid of putting yourself out there. You know what I mean? You give people space for them to give something to you. And people really like that because people like being needed, guys. We all need to feel like we're needed. That's why this whole like being independent and whatever, this is a bunch of BS. Because people need people. People need support. People like, you know what I mean? And it's like you, option number 3, you learn that, you realize that you can't just be like, no man is an island. Let's see what else people love about you. People really like about you. Okay. You have your willpower. And it's interesting, again, we have number 4 over here. Number 4, like 4 cards came out for you. Yeah, you guys help people find what they're looking for. Interesting. You guys might be some sort of like somebody who empowers people. Honestly, guys, it's this energy where you help people find themselves, their life purpose. You help people overcome, like maybe you give them advice when it comes to finances, how to deal with debt, how to like get out of debt, how to stop worrying about money, how to find their career. You could be somebody who's an advisor, who's a consultant in one way or another. You help people overcome their fears of the future, like your life purpose. And you don't have to do it as a job. I think it just comes naturally to you. You could also be somebody who helps people travel. You could also, and there's this energy where you guys could be somebody who's very compassionate when it comes to nature, when it comes to animals, when it comes to, I don't know, they're telling me greenhouse effects. So there's something about like being very, very compassionate. Okay. Now, option number 3, we're going to go and find out what is it that people dislike about you. Maybe how you trigger people. Keep in mind that this does not mean that this is like the truth, because people like tend to project their thing onto other people. Doesn't mean that you have to change anything unless you want to. Okay. So it could be that sometimes people see you as somebody who's inconsiderate. There's this energy of like needy people around you, similar to option number 2. Again, it could be that people really dislike the fact that sometimes you are not able to open up about things that hurt you. Like it could be that people want this intimacy from you, but they could be asking too much. And it could be that you keep a lot of pain bottled up inside of you because you don't want to like upset people, or you don't want to like be too open. But I feel like somebody close to you could be asking for like, let me see inside, let me get to know you better. And you're like, no, I'm not ready. Or no, I've been hurt so many times before. It could be that you tend to hold on to pain. Also, some people get very annoyed when you don't go to the doctor when you're feeling bad, when you don't like take your medicine, when you don't look after your health. Some people like get annoyed with you because they really want what's best for you, but they get annoyed when like you don't take care of yourself. It's like this energy of enduring the pain longer than you need to, enduring physical pain longer than you need to. Sometimes you push yourself too hard. Some people get really annoyed when you don't accept the way that you look. Like if you're being too harsh on yourself with the way that you look. Similar to option number one, guys, it might take you a while to get over somebody. Okay, so interesting. Guys, because I have a lot of like good looking people here, I have a lot of handsome men, I have a lot of beautiful women, people might get pissed off at you again for rejection. It could be that somebody's holding a grudge for you, like an ex, yeah? Like something didn't work out, something didn't happen, you said you're like, bye boy, yeah, or bye girl, and people are still holding a grudge. People might think that you are like, you know, like a snob at times. People might think that you think you're too good because you have standards. People might think that, you know, you see yourself as exceptional. But again, it's not like, you know what I mean? It's their perceptions. It's their hurt ego talking. Some people might dislike you because you're not always in a good mood. And for some reason, they expect you to always be in a good mood. I don't know. This one was so weird, but... Okay, so it could be because of your nature, because you channel your inner child. It could be that some people be like, oh, can you be more mature? Or can you like do this? Or can you do that? And you're like, no, I'm doing me. I'm having fun. It could be that some people might be thinking like, oh, you don't take things seriously. But when you need to take things seriously, you do take them seriously. But sometimes you just want to have some freaking fun. And you're like, just leave me alone. Yeah, let me have my fun. Let me do my thing. So sometimes people think you're immature. Sometimes people think that you're too dramatic. People are like, oh, can you stop being such a drama queen? And you're like, no, I can't. That's me. It could be that sometimes you guys are holding on to something. Again, there's this energy where you're holding on to something, and sometimes it can be too harsh. Like when you say bye, you say bye. And some people really like wish that you would be more open to dialogue, but like you have this thing where like you decide that it's over, then it's over. That's it. No more discussions. People are very, again, envious of your sex appeal. Some of you guys could be Scorpios. Gemini, Scorpios, Leos, Aquarius. People don't, there's this energy, again, that people have an issue, like throughout this whole reading, it's like people have issues with people being themselves, people being the empowered version of themselves, the strong version of themselves. Like some people think like that you are showing off, like, you know, you're a show off, that you're a snob, that you're this, you're that, and like you might feel like you're entitled. But it's like they're telling me that so much of it is a projection of people's own insecurities. So much of it, people are expecting you to act a certain way and you're not doing it. Look at this energy of transformation, transformation, transformation. Like people might be trying to drag you down because like you are showing how people can change, how people can move forwards. And some people are not okay with it. Some people just like to sit in their negativity. There are, like for a few of you guys, there's a message here. You have frenemies. You have people who pretend to be your friends, who pretend to love you, who pretend to have your best interest at heart, but behind your back, they're talking a lot of shit about you, okay? So just be aware of it. Just be very discerning with the people you surround yourself with, because here, option number 3, unfortunately, I feel like there's a lot of disliking, a lot of envy, jealousy coming from people who are close to you. And they might try to manipulate you with that. With the sense of guilt, or thinking, like saying like, I have your best interest at heart and blah, blah, blah. But really, like there's a lot of jealousy of how you look, of your, like, for some of you, it's your hair. So they're like be coming through and saying, oh, you know what, like your hair is like, it needs a cut. Why don't you cut it short? Why don't you try something different? You know, like where you might be like considering like your hair is like your best feature, you know, or somebody like might be coming through and just be, oh, like I like this outfit, but it kind of like makes you feel like you've put on a few, you know what I mean? It's like, and I'm saying this so you don't look like silly in the pictures, or like whoever blah 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 notices you, you know, like petty crap. So just be aware of that you guys are doing your transformation, and it's time to be discerning with people who surround you. Okay, option number 3. Could be that sometimes you might have issues making a decision. Like you'll be like, I don't want to decide that. Some people get annoyed with you when you can't even decide what is it that you want to eat. This is like a funny one. To end your reading. All right, my darlings, option number 3. That was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos. For personal readings, do send me an email. My email is in the description box below. And also make sure to check my Patreon page out as well for exclusive content, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. All right, my darlings, take good care of your amazing, amazing selves. The world is a beautiful place because you guys are in it. Remember that. All right, my darlings. Bye now.